truth is, a lot of men are not coming back. A lot of men are done. Subscribe. Let's talk about it.
In my opinion, and I need to know this from men, when you get to a place where you feel like I'm out, how can we resuscitate you? How do we resuscitate you when you have checked out, men?
I had a better question.
What?
How do you know when he says they're done at this point?
I know. So men, help out. How do you stop it from getting there? Ladies want to know this.
Nola Great Nine. Do the things we did in the beginning. That's the thing. Keep dating, keep talking.
Yeah, the men are kind of tired of just keep dating, keep talking, because when they create spaces to talk, then you kind of shun them. You kind of make fun of it. You say they make podcasting equipment, expensive. You don't want to hear what they have to say. You look at it yourself. When you have women on these panels and it's the way they see the world, and if it doesn't align with that, then it's somehow wrong. There's something that's got to be changed with it. There's something that's it's wrong with men. When you think it's cool, you think it's, to call men sassy when they express their opinion, or who's going to be the girls when men say, I want to see some sort of reciprocation. I want to know that you're interested in me. You say, oh, these men want to be chased. Every time a man steps up to say what they believe, you have a way to shut it down rather than taking and addressing it and say, wow, there's something here has to change. It's only when you get older and you start looking at what the potential rest of your life looks like, then do you seem to care about what men have to say. But it's not like men are dumb. It's not like men are not hip to that. And they see what it is and they say, okay, you don't care. All you want is me back in the fold because it's going to enrich your life or take some burden off of that. And even when we do agree to that, now you say you got to pay everything. I refuse to do 50-50. What do you think's supposed to happen? If you're not going to change the state of play, why do you want men to come back to the board that they already walked away from? Listen, before we continue, like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you don't miss new uploads. We're still going strong, still trying to do 2 a day. So hype the video, share the video. We got merch in the store. So this is a very similar thing we see all the time. When women expresses curiosity about what's happening with the men, they mean what's happening to the men that we're interested in, that why they're not doing the things that we believe they should do. It's not coming from a genuine place. I don't really care about your outcomes. I don't really care about your mental health. I don't care about your struggles. I care about you being with me, what that confers to me. These conversations are never really ones about, hey, man, what do you need? What do you need to make you feel safe, feel wanted? Because the things I require from you, all I'm thinking about is what I require from you. I'm never talking about why can't you do this or what am I supposed to do for you? I never address why the lack, why the retreat, why the walking away from the game altogether. Men, we understand it. You keep moving the goalpost. It was fine to do this before. You look at the data and you ignore it. You look at statistics and you ignore it. You don't care about things that are rudimentary like economics. You want a man to pay all the bills, yet he's making the same thing and you're making a little bit more. Well, this happened. My granddaddy did this. Why can't you? You ignore the reality of the economic situation, of what it takes to support a family, what it takes to support a family, send them to college, what it takes to buy a house. All of that goes out the window because of what you want, how you feel. Men are understanding and men are now waking up and learning that I can't change how you feel. I can't do anything to move you from that needle. Once you're at that point, you're at that point. It is whatever you want. Okay. And men are understanding and telling you the same thing. They're fine dying alone. That's never been a thing that you threw at men and they're like, I'm so afraid of it. It's not in the same sense that it's not a terror, but it's something that you kind of had to accept a long time ago. I'm talking, we had to kind of come to grips with that when we were teenagers, early 20s. We've been dealing with that forever. It's not to say it's not something you can't overcome. You can't understand. You can't come to your own grips with it. We're just saying you're going to have to. Because realistically, our generation, our millennial generation may be cooked. It may be over for us. And this is from a male's perspective, if you hadn't changed in 40 years, or at least, 25 years of you dating, you haven't changed. You haven't seen the writing on the wall in a way that actually makes you come closer together with men and have, hey, I understand what you're going through. Hey, I understand. This is the big one. That the things you experience with other men, the things I experience with other men, does not mean it is you. It is your fault. The trauma that I have developed from these other men is not your responsibility to deal with. When I say all men, I shouldn't say all men. When the worst thing happened to me or someone I know, or tangentially 7 people removed from me, that's not your fault. Because right now, the very difference is the messaging is it's all our fault. As men, you're not masculine, you're too masculine. And this is now toxic, you're misogynist. There's all these, it does not matter what we do. Even when you live a righteous life, even when you're by yourself and you say, I'm out of dating pool, I'm out of dating game, I just want to be left alone, do my own thing. Get a dog, get an old record player, get a cabin in the woods. Even that is looked upon and said, you gave up. What's wrong with you? A real man would do blah, 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 blah. It gets tiring. It gets tiring and it builds up this fatigue. Every time you open up social media or regular media, you see something telling women why they don't need men. They could do everything a man could do. And I understand. I don't want to seem as if it's coming off as insensitive. Men understand, for the most part, we were trying to even the playing field. We were trying to give women a leg up to make it seem like, yes, we understand. You now have full authority and autonomy over your life. You always should have. But now, instead of uplifting you properly, we cut the knees off the men and say, okay, now it looks kind of even. Now we continue to push these programs and make you feel like you can do all of it. Now we're looking and saying, well, where are the men? What's happened to our boys? Why they're not participating in society like we thought they should, like they were before. We took the eyes off them to address our female problem. We wanted to uplift them, make them better. We always should have done that. You're gonna have to learn how to spin both, spin plates. You can uplift men and uplift women. You can do that in equal amounts. You can do that in a way where both feel, okay, it's merit-based. We stopped doing that. Everything became a male problem, a male issue to fix. What happens over time? You ignore that. You villainize it. You make it seem like we're evil. We're the worst things in the world. Eventually, we just say, okay, you got it. You got it. Now we're not participating in dating in the ways you would want. Part of that is because we still have access to sex. We just see what's happening with marriages. We see what happens in long-term relationships. We see, again, how it doesn't really matter if you do everything right in your marriage and she just decides he wasn't the right man for me. You still get to leave, and you still get to leave with a chunk of what I took years to build. And then you look and say, well, what's going to resuscitate you? Women getting back to the commiserate women that they want the men to be for. You want a traditional man, but you have to be a traditional woman. Changing of the laws that's equally protects both people under it when marriages sort of dissolve. Couple of genie wishes and you probably got something going. But if you disagree, let me know down in the comments below. If you see other videos on your screen, check those out. That means I'm doing my job. And of course, if you listen to my voice now, you have not subscribed, I think you should. We're just trying to build something dope. See you in the next one.